Hi, I'm Carrie Louise Donnell, naturopathic doctor and founder of the Live Well Center.
And I'm Nancy Fitzgerald. In today's segment, we're going to talk about bone health. Osteoporosis. It is a very serious disease that kills, and it kills slowly. Did you know that more women die from complications from osteoporosis than breast cancer in our country? Dr. Donnell, we've heard a lot about bone drugs. I mean, Sally Fields certainly makes it look like it's a perfect, sort of a recipe for people who suffer from osteoporosis. But what are some of the challenges with those drugs?
I love Sally Fields, and I agree. When I watch her on TV, I think, I want that. Unfortunately, not all women tolerate those drugs. Some of them are simply taken off of the drugs by their doctors because of uncomfortable or dangerous side effects. There are other women who take the drugs and they just simply don't work. Yeah. And then finally, there's a whole group of women who are educating themselves. The longer those drugs have been out, the more information we have. Back in the day when they first came out, Dr. Christiane Northrup said, "We have more questions than answers," and I couldn't have agreed more. So fast forward to today, a lot of information that you can find that might make you reconsider those drugs and find another way.
And Dr. Donnell, you're like a leading national expert in bone health. Tell me why.
You know, we as naturopathic doctors are experts in the use of nutrition and nutritional supplements. So it would figure that we should be able to figure this out. It's a disease of nutrition. Why can't you simply address it nutritionally?
Sure. Now, it's going to seem simplistic to say this, but can't you just take a good calcium pill?
You know, you would think so. In theory, you think calcium, bones. But I have never in my day seen even the very best calcium reverse bone density challenges. So I thought to myself, you know what? This is very serious. This is the group of people that I take care of, and by golly, we're going to go back to the drawing table and figure out a way to achieve results.
Sure. One of your patients said to me, and I love this, that you could probably grow bone in a chicken nugget. I love that. Is that true?
Flattering, but a bit of an exaggeration. But it does sum it up. Locally, I've kind of gained a little reputation as being the bone lady, even though, of course, I do other things. But some people simply know that about my work and refer patients to me for anyone who doesn't want to or can't tolerate or can't use the bone drugs. And that's because I consistently deliver results for those women. They come in, their bone density is at a certain place, and a year or two later on exam, they've made dramatic improvements.
Sure, and it's going to take that amount of time for them to see those results. It's got to be scary for your patients to take that leap of faith and say, okay, I'm not going to do the bone drugs. I'm just going to rely on Dr. Donnell to help me grow my bones.
It is a leap of faith, and unfortunately, we all like immediate gratification. Bone doesn't grow that way, and insurance companies don't cover bone density exams that way either. You could actually see changes within 6 months. I have had some patients who are so severe that their condition warranted a bone density exam at 6 months, and they already saw changes. For most of us, though, our insurance will cover a bone density test a year, every once in a while at a year, but mostly every 2 years. So it is a leap of faith. You do have to just talk to the people I've worked with, listen to what I have to say, and just do it.
Sure. So tell me about some of your targeted nutritional protocol. Tell me what you do.
You know, there's so much more to bone health than calcium. There are a variety of different minerals involved. And beyond that, different nutrients that actually make everything that bone wants to be. And so there are nutrients that drive minerals to go into the bone. There are nutrients that tell the bone to go ahead and make them into the right kind of bone. The bone drugs don't always do that in the exact same way that your body would. And then there are nutrients that make your bones solid and dense. And then there are nutrients that make them bouncy and bendy. And you definitely, if you're going to fall on a bone, you want it to bounce and bend and not break. And so I pull all of that together in a comprehensive bone repair protocol. And I think that's why the results are so dramatic.
Dr. Donnell, the difference that you have made in these osteoporosis patients' lives is unbelievable. Let's hear from Judith right now. She was one of your patients and she's doing amazingly well.
I have osteoporosis, and I was taking Fosamax, and I started to get really nervous about it because the side effects were starting to be published, and it was frightening because I had pictures of one fall and I'll be in a nursing home or something like that. I started on a protocol, which was supplements, including Smart Bones, it's called, and a lot of vitamin D and other supplements that have improved my health in general. I took the big jump of discontinuing the Fosamax. It was scary because I'm a registered nurse and I've been working in medicine since 1961, and but I've always sought out alternative as well, because I think the combination or the integrative approach is really the best. But it was a little bit frightening because I had just met Dr. Donnell, I really didn't know her, and so it was a leap of faith. And you really can't tell for a couple of years whether or not change is happening in a positive direction. And I was so excited to find out that my numbers, for the first time, even on Fosamax, they hadn't turned around in a more positive direction. And after 2 years, the areas that were measured on my bone density were all improving. I feel great. I also think it's important to do everything possible to take care of myself. I'm devoted to yoga. I go to heated yoga 4 times a week. I do aerobics on the off days. And diet-wise, I really take good care of myself. So I think that's the other part of it is what Dr. Donnell provides for me, and then also my piece of it. I feel as healthy as I've ever felt, and I'm going to be 68 next week. So,
Dr. Donnell, what a difference you've made in Judith's life. Oh my God, is she a typical patient?
She really is. So it's a joy and a privilege and an honor to be trusted because, as you can tell from what she said, she really did have to put her faith in the protocol and put her faith in me, and she did. And it's always just so fun to watch them get what they came for.
Yeah, well, you deserve it. The Bone Doctor. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this segment. Now, if you'd like to learn more about bone health or meet Dr. Donnell to see if she can help you get your health back on track, give her office a call at 303-399-8050 or visit her website at drdonnell.com. Thanks so much for joining us.